you have any? Are you about to go like hire like a PI? Are you about to go Sherlock on it? Or?
Nah, whatever will be, will be. I just gotta become successful at stand-up comedy, and I believe that's when the deadbeat father comes back.
that's the real motivation.
That's
why you went out in February, dude.
Exactly. That's my trigger for starting comedy. It's just really trying to find my dad.
Yeah.
So,
dude, where's my dad? I'm all alone. I'm too young to be here on my own. Is that a church song?
It sounds like a church song.
No, it was this meme about Finding Nemo. It was like this musical. And it was like, Joey,
anyway.
You're breaking my heart. I'll show it to you later.
I've got research, dude.
Yeah, you got research. Welcome back to the brand new podcast, Average Oddcast. Just trying to podcast has died. Did you know that, Joey?
No.
Well, it's true. Yeah, my last episode was the last one.
Just trying to podcast?
Yeah, I'm no longer just trying to podcast.
How many episodes did you have of that?
I had 30. I had 30 where I was just trying to do it. Now I have I'm still continuing the same channel. I'm not like starting a new channel or anything.
Cool.
I'm just rebrand.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a good rebrand.
Yeah. Sometimes you have multiple, that you can continue to do the just trying one, maybe once a year or something if you feel like it. And it can be a certain type of podcast and then slightly different format.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
Average Aliens can be the name of
Aliens,
this podcast.
Yeah. When was the last time you impersonated an extraterrestrial?
Man, probably doing a bad ET impression when I was like 14 once.
Like a talent show or something?
No, just by myself trying to do an ET impression.
Oh,
and
okay.
Being like, oh, that was bad.
Like you were in your room, like no one saw you do it.
Yeah, it was just probably one time. I've never really tried to be an alien. Yeah, impersonate an alien. This is great though. I'm gonna start doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I bought these because my band, Jimmy Chuckles and the Fire Ants. We are in
Jimmy Chuckles and the Fire Ants.
That's right. Yeah, that's our band
awesome
name. Thank you so much. We have a new single dropping anytime soon.
Sweet.
Called Space Trash.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you wear these during the song? Or?
Yeah, like during the music video. Yeah.
Cool.
We have some aliens. We paid some alien actors. This is what. So I guess actually is pre-worn. My bad, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, dude.
My lips are touching it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm totally fine with it.
Oh, I should introduce you. We have a special guest hopping on to the potty. A very weird guy. I would say the weirdest guy I've met in the Seattle comedy scene.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you're weirder than Emmett Montgomery. You're weirder.
Robbie Schrader?
You're even weirder than Robbie Schrader.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, dude.
It's a good weird. It's
a solid weird,
creepy
dude.
Weird.
It's the best weird, dude.
Okay.
Oh, I've met some creepy. I met some creeps.
Yeah.
Oh, some real creepies, dude.
Yeah.
Some guys I would be afraid to be in an alley with, you know. I'm like, I don't know about you, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't drop any names, but they're spooky.
Well, you'll call me weird to my face.
Oh, but I'll call you weird to your face all day long, dude, because you want to know why? I get my peaches on the sidewalk.
I get my peaches on the sidewalk.
Amen, dude.
I get my peaches on the sidewalk. Yeah, I got to have a couple different versions of that. Maybe get a hip-hop song going with it.
Yeah, dude. I liked the Bieber's. What was that? What was your line that you added to it? You tagged it up with the Bieber got those fancy
peaches. Yeah.
But me, I get my peaches on the sidewalk.
I do need to start doing some stupid music under the name OC Cringe.
OC Cringe.
Original content cringe.
Oh, I like that.
That's the idea, but I've just put zero time into actually.
So will it be OCCRINGE, or will you just go O cringe?
OC and then cringe.
Okay.
Space cringe.
Space cringe. Okay.
Yeah. I think that could. Yeah, that'd be fun. There's a lot of. Because, sometimes jokes pop into my head and you do the notes and then you figure it out. Same thing with like song ideas and like music and stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna not take a note on it just because I don't do anything with music right now. Like, I can just search my notes for music and like find my potential songs later and maybe write lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I was on a hike actually. Me and my wife, we went to Mount Rainier.
Nice.
And we were on this hike, and we were just talking about food, I think, really. And I was thinking about just growing up in a cornfield in the middle of Missouri. Like, I guess I didn't live in one, but like we would go play football at these like conference rivals, and like their football field was literally surrounded by corn. Nice. It's like corn and soybeans. So I was thinking about, man, just eating a lot of corn growing up, and I wrote a song about it. I'm gonna put it on my first special, so I don't want to drop it, for the internet quite yet. But
gotcha. Was Children of the Corn more impactful for you watching that?
Like, dude, I couldn't even watch it.
Yeah,
man. It was like it was too real.
Me out.
Yeah, Children of the Corn wasn't like a fake. Like, that was my reality. Yeah. Like, I was like, I could walk out my door and I could experience this. I can't. So I never was allowed to watch it because it was too. It's too real. Yeah,
I did want to run through. I grew up in Maine, and so we had plenty of cornfields. I wanted to run through one with my high school girlfriend, and she was like, "No, I'm not doing that."
Like at night or just in the middle of the day?
Just at any point. I just was like, it's a thing to do at some point in my life. I just want to run through a cornfield.
Hey, you still got life in you, man.
Yeah.
We don't got any corn out here though, so we gotta.
I haven't been running as much.
or running.
Getting back into it.
I like your hoodie, by the way.
Oh, thank you. This is the Robbie Schrader.
I was about to ask if that was a Robbie.
Yeah.
Dude.
A few people in the scene have them now, too. So you see them at different mics.
I'm super into that, yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty
Check
fun.
out Robbie Schrader. Link in the show notes for if you like this hoodie.
Yeah.
Check the link in the show notes. There's no affiliate here. I get none of the cut. It all goes to Robbie.
Yeah.
Buy one of those.
Great buttons as well. Stickers. You have great stickers.
Thank you. Yeah, but Robbie also has great stickers.
Yeah.
And all sorts of creative t-shirts and buttons. Yeah.
Yeah. I did an episode. I'm supposed to be doing a Good to Hear Ya is the name of the podcast.
Okay.
So I've just recorded like a quick thing with him. It's just a matter of me sitting in front of a laptop and
uploading it.
Actually doing the work. Yeah. So. But that's
coming soon.
That should be. Yeah, now that I said it aloud, it has to happen. So.
All right, you can keep your mask on. I'm taking mine off. I'm sweating.
I was about to take a sip, and then I'm like, oh, I can't sip with this.
It's too much. It was fun to start. I liked it. Everybody, for the first time ever, Joey. This is what his face looks like.
Yeah.
Hello World. Hey, Hello World is the name of Nate Bargatze's newest Netflix special. You know Nate?
I've seen Nate. Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello World.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
He
Check
must
it out.
have been a coder or something, because that's what like they do in coding class. Like your first thing that you do is a Hello World project.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. It doesn't strike me as someone, but you never know.
Yeah.
People got interest.
Yeah. Could be other things too, but that's just the first thing I remember it being. Hello World.
Hello World. This is a great time to mention our first sponsor. Here is a message from a supporter and sponsor of this week's episode.
Hello, I am Mike's Mullet. I am a proud supporter of this podcast. His wife loves me, and I love Average Podcast. Stay weird, stay funny.
Wow, thank you, Mike Smollett. This podcast wouldn't be possible without that party and the business up front. Really, that's what makes it happen. But the party makes it all worth it, I think.
You got a party and you got a business.
Yeah, you got to do both. You can't just be business.
Yeah.
You also have to party. But if you just partying all the time, you're gonna run out of money. Like the prodigal son, because you need business.
Unless you turn your partying into business, which
and
is
that
a possibility.
That's what we're all trying to do, right?
Really
with comedy, I mean, it's just like a
events,
party.
Like just getting people together for events and like having fun shows and whatever it is. I want to do more with karaoke also. I do want to get the open mic scene so that more people are comfortable going to shows. Like going to a karaoke show for people is like, oh, maybe I will never do it. I have to be drunk. But people will go at least.
Yeah.
For open mic comedy, it's like, I don't want. That's so weird. Like I don't want. Like people, I think have. Like they get embarrassed for people that bomb something or whatever,
for sure.
and that's the fear.
That OC cringe,
but that
bro.
doesn't even.
Dude, they're feeling it. They're cringing, dude.
Yeah,
sweating.
It's not a real thing, especially Seattle. Like, there's a lot of really funny people at every mic.
Yeah,
like there's
for
not.
Sure.
I mean, maybe like 20 years ago, the scene was different, and it was like
it's hot.
Yeah. There's like so many free mics I go to. There's like times where there's 6 to 8 people that I'm like, they should be headlining shows right now, and we just all got to get that for free.
Yeah.
And people don't appreciate it. Even I was a giant comedy nerd. I lived in Seattle for like 15 years. It took me February was when I finally jumped into the scene.
February of 2023?
Yep.
What propelled you in?
Catastrophic life event. No.
Every person going to their first open mic just got through a significant loss.
Pretty
of
much
some sort.
You know, I got the divorce out the way. Figured it was time.
Got
really
up.
Just living life. Yeah. I would never say got deed. That's just because my father raised me homophobic. No.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I fought against it though. I'm not. No, he did. This is a tangent.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
But he women jumping on trampolines, the Man Show, Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel. I remember being like 8 years old or whatever, and he's like, "Joey, you like that?" Like he was making sure, like, you like the girls in bikinis, right? He was just concerned because I was a kind child, so
you were just a polite child. And
yeah,
he was nervous about how you're going to turn out. Yeah,
definitely.
And that was in Maine.
Yep.
Now was that pretty like reflective of the greater culture there?
No, my dad's actually from New York, born in New York. He's a city guy. My mother grew up in Maine. And so what happened was I was born in Florida, moved when I was less than 1 year old to Philly, and then went to first grade in Philly.
Gassy Philadelphian, huh?
Yep.
Philly farter, okay.
Philly farter.
Call back to episode a long time ago.
Okay.
The long-time listeners will get that, but it's inside jokes.
Nice. Yeah, so then Philly till, after first grade, I was in Maine till college. So that was my trajectory.
Where'd you go to college?
University of Maine. UMaine.
UMaine.
Yeah. It's kind of known as a party school, but it's a pretty good school. It's the cheapest one also. If you're going in-state, it's like you got the best discount. So
yeah,
it was good times overall. I wasn't super social though in college. I was kind of wasted a little bit. I feel like because of that, I was social enough, but I wasn't as social as I am now, and talk to everybody.
Were you just awkward or
just quiet? Just I was quiet all through school. I was the quiet kid.
You weren't the class clown.
No, I'd say a thing. I remember in college, I was in an acting class. We were in a circle, and the assignment was, okay, we're going to call on someone, and then the class comments on what you think about them. And so one girl said, I think he's the guy that just says he's quiet, but he just says the witty one-liners when he chimes in. He doesn't say a lot, but when he does say it, it's like a witty thing or whatever. So that stuck out as I identified with that, but that's before the Deep Depression. Now I don't see myself in any positive light.
Wait, so what was so in February, what was I'm just gonna glance right over that.
Yeah, I mean I'm going off on weird.
No, I like it, dude. That's
tangents.
why I said the oddest person I know here, dude. What was the first mic that you went to?
Slattery. The roller rink mic in West Seattle.
Oh, that's Southgate.
Yeah, very well run mic for sure. Yeah, just in terms of the people that go there too, very quality mic. Usually gets someone outside featuring. Pretty fun mic. Yeah.
Laughs and Laps.
Laughs and Laps. LAFF.
LAFF.
I think. Yeah.
And Laps.
Laps.
Monday nights.
Yep. Monday 8:30ish.
At the Southgate. Did you have roller skates on?
No, I had sandals on, and I forgot to mention it too, because I was gonna be like, I'm not embarrassed for wearing these because the footwear here is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyway.
your best line. I don't know.
That happens a lot where I'm like, oh, I'm probably gonna start and mention a thing, and then by the time I get up there, I'm like, whoops, didn't do what I was gonna do. But
did you when you went into that first, did you have like did you write, or did you just like?
I definitely, yeah. I mean, I've been writing for like 10 plus years when like stuff came into my head.
Yeah.
I haven't used any of the stuff that I started writing
You got
before
like
February. Yeah. But I have, it's nice to have like, to not be at a loss for material. I just know I have a lot of decent ideas and like premises at minimum, and maybe a laugh line here or two. And then it's just cleaning it up and organizing it. And I was lucky. The rock joke was the first one I ever did. That was my first joke I said. So it's kind of cool that
you
that's
opened
like
with
my
that.
Favorite. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it only got a laugh because I said it's stupid. Like after I did the joke and I paused, I'm like, yeah, that's stupid, and then it got the haha. That's kind of like a trick in comedy. I think is just to just acknowledge what happened. Like. If it's silent, like, okay, yeah, that was dumb, right?
It's just an easy saver, like to get people back into it. Like I recognize that was that was what it was, you know.
Yeah,
we can collectively move on.
And it's I was lucky that I was comfortable too, because I had podcasted throughout COVID with Tony Bartoloni, this comedian in LA. He's been doing it for like 20 years or so.
Cool.
And so I think that helped me like find my voice, like. So I was like, I felt really smooth on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't have nerves like going in front of people. And I also think that's just I'm 30 years old forever.
Yeah.
I do. It's a fun thing to do is to lie about your age. I'm 35.
35. Okay.
Years old.
That's a solid age, man.
Yeah.
I feel like you're right in the middle,
like
you know?
Yeah. For a little bit longer. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, living life and like, you get more comfortable as you go on, I think.
Dude, speaking about living forever, dude, have you heard about blue zones?
Never. Oh, I'm gonna just assume that it's like areas where people live the longest.
Dude, you're a detective. You got Sherlock Holmes over here, bro. Okay, so these blue zones, it's where people, like an abnormal amount of people. So some weird world activity. What's going on here? I always like to talk about what's going on weird in the world.
Yeah.
And so this is abnormal. People living Dude, I forgot how to structure sentences. Hold on, dude. I was like
anticipation.
I kept getting lost in that sentence, bro. Okay. So there's actually a Netflix documentary about this.
Okay.
Frankie, what's the name of that documentary? It's this researcher, Dan Butner or Butner. Oh, I think it's just called Blue Zones. So you can the Live to 100 Secrets of the Blue Zones. It's a 4-part series streaming on Netflix.
I'll check that out.
And there's a couple places. Let's see.
I burped away from the mic.
Thank you for that, dude.
I would like appreciation from the audience.
Yeah, recognize it, folks. Okay, so there's this peninsula on Costa Rica.
I've been there.
Icaria, Greece, or did I pronounce that right? Icaria?
I don't know.
Icaria sounds most right to me. Greece.
Icaria.
And then Okinawa, Japan. These are like some examples. And then Loma Linda, California.
Never heard of it.
So all of these, what they've found is this research is what they have in common is they have smart eating habits, which I know you're all about.
I really like to, but I also just go off. I'm like a heartbeat, like with like
you're on and then you're off.
Yeah,
But when you're on, you're on. When you're off,
Yeah.
You're in the McDonald's drive-through line.
Oh, this morning, actually.
That McMuffin?
$25. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That and the potato salad were probably what's causing my
no wonder you had to
emotional...
use the restroom whenever you rolled up here, dude.
Yeah. I'm not eating well when every time I go to a mic I have to immediately just unload. It's not smart. But when I'm on my green drink in the morning, like I don't even need coffee for energy. Like I feel so good when I'm on a regular routine with spinach and, just simple spinach, like smoothie. Yeah.
Popeye, dude.
Yeah. I'll be back. I'll be healthy again. I got to Chris Farley weight on purpose. I don't know if you heard.
No, I had no idea.
That. Like I competed in jiu-jitsu at 188.5. That was my compete weight, 188 pounds. And then I reached 252 pounds.
You went from 188 to 252
in a short period of time.
How short are we talking?
3 to 6 months for sure.
Super size me, Joey.
Yeah, and I climbed from 188 to I was hovering 200 regular. And then I'm like, you know what? I just want to honor Chris Farley. I'm doing comedy now, so I'm going to actually get up. And then I was like, I should Google what his weight is probably. Once I hit 252, I'm like, maybe I should have done this before. He was 240 pounds in high school.
Oh, so you went a little bit over.
So I could have stopped there.
Yeah.
But he was also 400 or whatever. Also, my dad was 600 pounds. So if I
also, how committed are you?
I'm done.
You bounced.
I'm 235 now.
I like that you were more honest about your weight than a former president in the United States. That's awesome, dude.
What president or what ex-president?
Oh, dude, when Trump got booked, man, he said I was 6'4", 215.
Oh, really?
You missed this?
I didn't.
Oh, dude, it's hilarious, bro. So what?
Wow.
Yeah, he I guess you can self-report your stats.
Oh, like WWE, how they lie.
Dude, he's a straight up pro wrestler, bro.
He really is. Yeah.
Dude, whatever you think about Trump, that is the funniest thing ever. Dude, to be that well known and then people are gonna you have to know.
Yeah. You're not getting away with
It's they had pictures, memes of NFL tight ends versus him.
Yeah.
6'4", 215.
Yeah.
You tell me. So Blue Zones. Smart eating habits, number one.
Sorry, tangent.
They infuse their day with low intensity exercise.
Nice.
And they have strong community ties. And the fourth thing is they have a reason to live.
That's huge.
Dude, that is huge, right?
That is gigantic. That's where comedy is very helpful. I feel
That's helpful for you.
Yeah.
I would imagine on the strong community ties as well.
Yeah, totally.
Not the smart eating habits or the exercise. I would say.
I mean, honestly, a lot of the people I look up to in the scene have they're sober, they're in recovery or they're sober.
I guess that's true.
So that is actually kind of helpful for me to have those role models and be oh, you don't have to just be a reckless person to be funny. I feel that's a lot of people think that way.
Oh, sure.
Recklessness helps your comedy a little. And you experience things. So I don't know, but you can be healthy and funny, I guess.
So if you can't afford to live in a blue zone, just become a comedian and you will most likely live to 100 is what we're saying.
I think so. The laughter that you produce will give your life meaning and give you a reason to live, basically.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully. I mean, that's also comedians are famously, suicidal tendencies and such. So
always
it's kind of double-edged sword.
You know what's interesting about the reason to live is I don't know. I feel like most people what's your reason to live?
I found a reason for me.
Yeah.
To change who I used to be. A reason to start over new. Sorry, I'm just doing a song. Is that Nickelback?
Dude, I don't know.
The reason. Hoobastank.
Oh, okay. You had me.
The reason is you. Okay.
I know you're
my reason to live. Yeah, I should have a quick answer for that probably. Man, it's been a lot of ups and downs. With all right, I'll just say right now, I don't want to go on a tangent about negative things, but I was with a girl before the situationship.
Yes.
And we were together for a couple of years. I was a stepdad. She had a couple kids. And then we were going to have a kid together. And then we had a miscarriage.
I'm sorry.
So that was like an immediate, like, that's a really cool, like, I felt that, ooh, that's going to be really fun to have, like, you know, that, like, structure and, like, people and, like, love to, like, guaranteed reason. So I feel like once you have a kid, you're like, all right, I care about the future now. I have to. Like, you're automatically tied to the earth. You're like, you really feel more and stuff. But man, just people and, I mean, hedonism a bit too, honestly.
Which is for us, you know, the listeners who don't know what that is. Like, what is hedonism?
Oh, like just.
I mean,
like
I know what it means, but just like for them, yeah.
It's from my German teacher in high school taught us this word. It's just like living just for happiness, like just doing things for pleasure, basically.
Okay, yeah.
So like not that extreme, like not caring about the community, but like a balance of like. Yeah, the comedy scene, the community there, the talking, like just being real with people and living.
Sure.
And that's like really fun. I don't know if I answered anything. Or even
no, I think you did. No, I totally. I think I caught what you were saying.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's really interesting because that's what this researcher found in the blue zones is that they actually deprioritized work. If they had the opportunity to spend time with family and friends, they would take a 3-day weekend to sacrifice their work for relationships. And that translated to them living longer.
That's great. That's what I've done. That's why I'm so broke right now.
You're just trying to live long, man.
I kind of realized you can be at $0 and still be living pretty comfortably. Like realistically, like
I don't know how in Seattle, but I hear it. It sounds very motivational to me, but I don't know how
do you get little villages for the unhoused or underhoused and stuff. Like the community structure is nice, like food banks and stuff.
We got a lot of
not
that.
like you'll starve. Like, so that's kind of not that I'm like just gonna rely on the system and be on unemployment and like get free. I mean, that would be nice right now. I actually can't because I'm substitute teacher, which maybe I shouldn't out myself, but I don't care. I'm substitute teaching.
I was like, what do you mean out yourself? I don't.
Oh, just like, he's a teacher and he's doing comedy. Like, he's gonna be fired from teaching jobs because he's like a comedian. And
does that happen?
There's
happened.
Some workplaces, not necessarily teaching, but like, they'll just like find your socials and like look through all your and see what's there and be like, oh, kids can like find this easily. And
I
like,
see what you're saying.
So I should be better about just making like private stuff.
There is a local comedian. I'm not going to say it publicly right now, but he's blatant from stage. And I'm pretty sure maybe even uploaded to the internet jokes about their OnlyFans and being a teacher. Which I feel like it's got to be worse than being a comedian.
It's very risky, yeah. Well, that's actually like a comedian. That type of topic is like very normal to talk about.
Yeah.
So like, there is actually a comedian that talks about it's not OnlyFans. It's a Chatterbait. Why not? I'll say that website. But that's like a broadcast yourself and get tips and make money that way. Like with COVID, apparently a lot of people did that. This guy made like $12,000 doing that in a year. So must have an amazing, body. I don't know. It's very entertaining on the camera. But he got fired from his DJ job, I think, or what? It was.
Now that's interesting.
Yeah, and it's just because like someone he works with like saw his Instagram and was like, I don't think we want you here anymore.
Yeah, we don't want to be affiliated with this.
Yeah, it's weird. I see those articles too about like teacher fired because she has an OnlyFans. Like, well, like who found it? Why? Like, why are you even like? It's not like she's like got her OnlyFans handle on her desk as a teacher. You know what I mean?
Which would certainly all right,
thing. Yeah,
Miss Johnston, let's Reel it back. Reel it back, Miss Johnson.
Yeah. But you should be allowed, like, teachers.
Well, let me
make
throw this at you. Is this a case for Severance in real life? Would you know about the Apple TV show Severance?
Severance.
It's got
I don't think I do. No.
Okay, so like the premise of the show is I think Ben Stiller is like a producer of it, and it's got I forget who's the actor who played Ben Wyatt in Parks and Rec. Oh, Adam Scott, I think. Okay, anyways, he's the lead.
No,
it's a great show. Anyways, in the show there's this company called Lumen Field.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on there, but weird. Okay, so this company Lumen, they have like this technology, like they put this chip in your brain that's like geographically triggered. So like once they go into the office, they like forget about their outside of life.
Oh wow!
And then once they leave, they don't remember anything they did at work.
Whoa!
So it's like you're severed.
That's a really fun. Yeah, I love sci-fi plots like that.
Right?
That's amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
So the teacher, who's doing something shady after hours, they don't even know. You're severed.
Wow. That's wild. A lot of people want work. Like they want a job where they can just, when they go home, they don't have to take work with them. And because a lot of corporate tech work for me was like, man, you're in Excel sheets, you're in emails, you're doing this, you're like prioritizing, you're scheduling, mapping things out. And then you go home and your mind can't shut it off sometimes. And you're just like video games or something to literally stop.
So you would get severed if you could.
I'd try it out for sure. I would definitely try it out. But
in the show, it's
only if
it's supposed to. Well, I don't want to spoil it for people. You should watch the show.
Okay.
It's actually phenomenal. But like, dang, I'm trying to think of how to not to spoil it. Okay, so you would try it out. I
would try it out but only if it was like reversible. Because that's kind of an intent. I like remembering things, man. Like I have like Google Photos, right? If you've been in a relationship,
you mean Google Photo? Oh no, Google Photos.
Yeah,
you're just saying like the app. Oh, I got
just about remembering things.
Yes,
I'll try to connect them. We'll see.
Yes.
But Google Photos pops up 10 years ago. You had this, you were in this place with this girl, whatever, like your ex. Like a lot of people are like, delete those photos, like you don't want and I'm like, no, I like went through a hard time with it, and it's took me a while to like process it and see those as like really fun, good memories, which I do now. But like I want to remember everything. I do naturally like have a pretty good memory, and like even if it's like emotion, like it's hurtful emotionally, like, well, let me feel that feeling then, like yeah, and then that's, I think, did I connect it at all? Yeah, because I would want to remember things. It'd freak me out to be like,
you don't remember what you did the last.
I guess you can be severed. You just go to work blackout drunk. Then you're severed.
That's interesting. I feel like they kind of tackle that a little bit. I think you don't remember, but you feel kind of sluggish. Like you could feel
that you worked a 10-hour day or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you don't. There's like no gap in your memory. It's like the last thing you remember is entering the elevator.
Okay.
But you still, like, obviously your body still like lived,
moving.
Yeah. So if you didn't sleep well the night before, they would feel it in the office, even though they didn't know why they felt a certain way.
Yeah.
Like, so the people in the office never slept.
Yeah.
Like they had no memory they only had the feeling of having slept.
Yeah.
Which is
that's wild,
crazy to think about. Like, just I think it's such an interesting premise for a show.
I love it. Yeah, immediately I'm sold. I think it reminds me a lot of Click, right, with Adam Sandler.
Oh yes,
like autopilot, fast forwarding.
Yes,
through. It's like similar idea.
It's a similar idea. I would say it's more like dark humor, but it's not. People get turned off by that, but. Mm-hmm. It's just like a dramedy. Dramedy is probably a better way to put it. It's a dramedy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will check that out. Severed?
Yeah. Severance. To get severed.
See,
but Severance is the name of the show. Yeah.
I once got a severance for like my employer not wanting
I'm
me
sorry,
there anymore.
Yeah, after that, yeah.
So my mind immediately
You've got
goes,
severed before.
Yeah.
Was it a good severance?
Oh, I mean, it was nothing, but it was good for me at the time. It was like,
Yeah,
I can take a little break with this a little bit and chill.
What'd you do?
Oh, I was playing too many video games.
What's
not
like your
being
kryptonite when it comes to
productive.
video games? Like, are you like a Diablo kind of person?
Oh my! I used to be
You
Diablo,
got
Lord
lost,
of Destruction. I once created an assassin character, Diablo, Lord of Destruction. Got to level 72. The game glitched out. I created a new character. Got to the same level, glitched out. And then I research it, and you're not able to use a certain spell in this one area as an assassin character. So I wasted a lot of time in Diablo as a child. Yeah. I just had to share. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
Terrible glitch. Anyway. Yeah. Great games though. I'll play NBA 2K. It's pretty fun. Not competitive online or anything, but just to throw on and then, trade players and get the teams.
Sure.
Almost that part of it is more fun. Fallout's fantastic, like Fallout 4 or whatever. Outer Worlds, very fun. Left 4 Dead. Super fun. Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2, I both
There's like a
bought
series
new
about that,
TVs
like a
for.
TV series, right?
Yep.
Is it good?
Nick Offerman is even in an episode.
I don't think I didn't watch it ever. Is it good?
It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check it out, dude. We're just recommending. Dude, I really forgot English, man. Like I'm gonna go to the Shanghai tonight, and I really need to work on my words because it's gonna be bad, dude. How many mimosas did you have at lunch? Dude, do you play fantasy football? You don't strike me as someone who does.
Never have. I can totally get into that. Basketball was what I paid attention to mostly growing up, and then football a little
NBA
bit.
NBA or college?
NBA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's your team?
Orlando Magic when Shaq was on there.
Sick.
I literally just followed Shaq wherever he went. New York Knicks was my father's team, so I kind of was a Patrick Ewing, the Knicks.
Oh, sure.
That was a fun, time.
You're really showing your age. I like that.
Yeah. I've got too much basketball information in my head, especially from playing the games. It's like their height, weight, like the draft year, like it's very useless. But
dude, I met someone.
No fantasy yet.
4 weeks ago. I forget. It doesn't. That's an irrelevant piece of information. I met someone recently who played basketball against MJ in college. Just one game though. Yeah. His name is Skip Clark. He was on the podcast a month or so ago.
Cool.
I did a show with him in Tri-Cities, Washington. Yeah. And it was like so. I don't know. Like I was just picturing. Like, that would be such a crazy thing.
Yeah.
To not only experience in real time, because, like, you're hearing about them, but then, like, 10 years later to be like, I got dunked on by MJ. Which unfortunately didn't happen. Maybe fortunately or unfortunately didn't happen to Skip, but he was on the court with
I would have tried to get dunked
on. Sure. Like, wait, Michael! You just jumping in front of every layup.
Like, I would have just been standing in front of the basket.
Posterize me, dude.
I want to be on a poster.
Wait, so is Damian Lillard staying in Portland, or is he leaving?
When Shaquille O'Neal retired, I stopped paying attention to basketball, and I've popped back in, so I know Ja Morant. There's actually a very good song titled Ja Morant. Kawhi Leonard is a very fun rap song that starts. Well, the chorus is his laugh.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I can't. Can you do it? That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm like lightly aware of some names now, but man, not even close to where I used to be. Like, I don't know Damian Lillard actually.
Okay, Dame time, baby. It's about Dame time. You learn about it. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
No, what I was gonna say is I think it was last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago. It was someone's fantasy football punishment, like because they lost their league, was to do stand-up comedy.
Oh, that's
like an
funny.
open mic, like that. So like they lost their league, and their punishment was they had to do what we do
enjoy.
What we do in our free time for enjoyment was their punishment for being a loser.
Oh, I like that kind. That's a good way to get people to go to open mic comedy. Let's popularize.
That's what we're saying, dude. If you are in a fantasy
punishment.
football league right now, you guys needed to agree. The winner gets how much ever money they win.
Yeah.
But the loser, the bottom 3 have to go do an open mic. And you all have to go and support them. Like this guy, it was so funny because you could tell these 5 guys, they were not like comedy people.
Not the burger place. Sorry.
Oh, no, not that got me. Yes, not the burger place. But like they were totally just there. And then they stuck around and they had a great time.
Yeah.
But like they weren't like open. They didn't go to open mics. They're not like comedy fans. They just did because their buddy lost. And then they stayed and like, this was so much fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, it is fun. Like, come back.
Yeah. I got to get my poster game up. I've started putting, on polls, like taping up just posters for comedy shows. I'm officially a busker. I got my ID so I can busk at Pike Place Market.
Oh,
so I've
no
done
way.
Just jokes. You want to hear a joke, like doing a stupid rock, Wayne, whatever, like one quick jokes I have. But also it's Seattle, so I am very much, I leave people alone as a busker that has, you're not allowed to have electronic amplification, so I do have a golden mic.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Off. But
is that just at Pike's Place or anywhere?
Pike's Place.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like there's little music symbols that you can stand at.
on.
There's like 10 or 13 of them.
Yeah.
Just all throughout. Yeah. I only did it. I initially just did it like Chappelle, just doing comedy outside.
Yeah.
And then the security came up and were like, can you, some people are saying, maybe you're loud and don't do that. And I was like, wait, how do you do it like normally? And they're like, call this number, go to this place. And I just got my ID, $30 a year or whatever.
Oh, okay, cool.
And,
did you make any money doing
it? I made $3.
Hey, look
so
at
far.
you, dude.
I've only really done one like 2-hour block of real busking. I have not been dedicating enough time to it, but I think it's a great spot to be like, just everyone that I know in the scene be like, hey, they've got shows going, these are the mics.
Yeah.
Like at least get people understanding that a bunch of good local comedy is happening around them.
Yeah, just to hear about it.
Yeah. A lot of people, I think, love comedy. They just don't. Yeah, like the Shanghai, like nobody knows that's there. Really.
Yeah. You don't know about it unless you know about it.
Yeah, and then mics die and come and go all the time, so it's like, yeah.
Dude, rest in peace. I'm still grieving Water Wheel.
Yeah, I want to bring something
man.
back there. I feel like
sad.
That's
dude, I saw something that someone's trying to build an apartment complex there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
wow.
Let me just say, fact check it. I don't know if it was a fake. I'm duped all the time on the internet.
True.
I thought Mountain Dew hot dogs were real for about 30 minutes, dude.
That's disturbing.
Dude, somebody posted this, and I was like, no way. And I'm like Googling it for so long, and it hits me. I was like, this is just a troll, and I got lost in this.
That's funny.
Dude, because on April Fool's Day, someone had a post about the Fremont Troll getting moved to Bellevue.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I haven't seen that. I try to not pay attention to anything.
Dude,
April 1st.
I was like, how did I fall for this, dude? It's April Fool's Day.
I mean, it's a real seeming, like...
it was so well done, and I felt so dumb, dude. I felt so dumb. I fell for it so hard.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm got pretty easily on April Fool's Day, too. Like, yeah, because the news, they can just have a catchy thing that's interesting. Like, oh, got me reading. Yeah. Oh, this seems very, professional. Like, yeah, I'm easily duped. Like
Are you a prankster? Like, did you prank people growing up?
Never, really.
Did you get pranked?
No, not. I mean, here and there.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
When I was like 3 years old, my brother and sister had me drink perfume. They were like, Joey, this is delicious. It's like Kool-Aid. You got to try some.
Oh, no.
And so I go, and my mom comes in. What did you do to Joey?
That was expensive. And she's like not even worried about you. That was $150 perfume.
My best perfume. So that explains probably a lot of my brain. at a young
You
age.
got perfume brain, bro.
Yeah, I got that.
I'm scented
PB.
right now, dude.
That PB perfume brain. Yeah, so I have been pranked for sure by my siblings. Yeah, they were not the kindest growing up. But
Did you ever have any like encounters of the third kind?
No, not.
Wait,
really.
did I say that wrong?
Is that ghosts or aliens?
Wait, I do. Well, Frankie,
The
look
fifth
this up,
kind?
dude. Dude, look this up.
Why is it the third? What's the first and second
encounters
kind?
of dude? What is of the third kind? Is Frankie's looking this up for us?
That sounds right to me.
No, yeah, encounters of the third kind is
Yeah.
well, this was a film about aliens.
Aliens.
So what's of the second kind? We're curious.
Yeah. What is like the first and second? Close encounters of the third kind. That's the phrase that gets used all the time. Yeah, I've never had.
Oh,
an
okay.
alien or ghost
Okay, so
thing.
here's a definition. So the first kind, I told you, bro. Dude, it's so
Words.
bad, dude. A close encounter of the first kind is you spot something in the sky and it leaves no evidence. A second kind is a UFO, or as we commonly say now, a UAP. Leaves some physical trace, burns on the ground or broken branches. And that's like, remember that pillar out in the desert? That like the tall silver metallic pillar that they just found?
I didn't even see this.
Okay. Dude, you gotta.
I know. I'll get back into reading. My degree's in journalism too, so it's
are you kidding me?
It's funny how news averse I am.
Dude, you really
Like,
are. You just got burned.
I
You
get
read
pockets.
so much.
Yeah.
Okay, then the third kind is you make contact
Okay.
with a UFO
That's
or a
the
UAP.
anal probe, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got probed, dude.
Gotcha. Yeah, I haven't had.
I'm glad that
anything
we
at all.
figured that out.
That was nice. Yeah, because I was.
So have you had a
that's
first
phrase you hear
kind,
a
second
lot.
kind, or third kind encounter?
Nah, I've seen planes and thought, what is that as a child or whatever, and the blink that I haven't had any real, seeing something.
Have you
speed
ever
away.
seen one of those Starlink satellites?
No, Musk's
Yes.
Starlink, the Wi-Fi basically.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've never seen them. No.
Okay, I didn't know. I knew about them. I didn't know what they look like, and I saw this straight line of like 7 or 8 balls of light
Yeah.
flying across the sky fast, and I was like, dude, this is an alien.
UFO. Yeah.
So I
UAP.
get home, I Google it, and I typed. I was living in Spokane.
Yeah.
Strange lights over Spokane,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh, you're just seeing a Starlink, and I was stoked for 20 minutes, dude. I was like, I saw an actual alien spaceship. Like, I have a story. I saw one. No one can refute my emotions, my story. This is my story. This is my song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to die on this hill. And then it was just Starlink.
Yeah. It's nice, though, that the internet is at a place where you can do that search and it does give you information.
Sure. That's it.
Because I feel like 20 years ago, internet, you're not going to find anything. Like, right? It's not going to have information about.
Now, hit me with this, okay?
My best shot.
Is that hit me with your best shot? I get my peaches on the sidewalk.
I'm gonna do a 2-minute version of that song
I honestly. Oh, what I was going to say is that the government just covering up? Are they in cahoots with Elon Musk about this supposed Starlink? And you see this line of lights. That's not aliens. That's just Starlink.
Yeah.
I don't know, baby.
They're like making products just to like
Cover up.
cover and be like, oh yeah, people saw this. Okay, let's make sure we have a product that is in the air that looks like that.
I've been on this, bro.
I mean, like, it just knowing how technology works and advances. It's like what you know of, like, probably today probably existed 50 years ago.
Dude,
right?
that's what I've been saying, bro.
Just with a limited, controlled, amount of it. It has to be, like, things have to be controlled for society to like stay together.
Oh, okay.
Like the nuke, right? Like we launch the nuke, and then we're like, wait, war's still cool, but we won't use this one weapon.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing. But yeah, the need to control like technology is always there. Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that.
No, it's just a thing. We need to control it.
But like, I think I've heard a thing like, yeah, like the government, like, or whatever, the people that know the things that the masses don't know.
Yeah.
It's like 50 years or something.
50 years. Our public knowledge is 50 years behind.
Yeah, have you heard that before?
Yeah, I've heard it before. I've been on this, dude.
Okay.
I talk about it quite a bit. It's actually one of the things I probably like talk. Like if you ever, you generate like a document and then you put it through this filter and it like pops out what words occur the most.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably one of the bubble. Like the word bubble is like we're 50 years behind. It's like gonna be one of the big ones for me. Yeah. That and like tacos are great, cats are evil. Like those are kind of the word things.
Yeah.
You're not a cat person, are you?
Okay. The affair that I spoke of previously, had a very neglected cat and was just digging all the time. Literally, you had to be on guard when you were near this cat. Sure. But lately, I've been around like really nice, like chill cats.
Have you ever pet a big cat? Like Tiger King big cat?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not even gonna risk that.
You're not interested in that.
Yeah, I want to keep my digits and
yeah. You don't want to lose an arm.
Yeah.
Or a hand.
No.
Dude, what's like the weirdest thing that's happened to you recently?
The weirdest
Some everyday oddities.
Well, a friend, it's cat related.
Of course. That's why I segued into this. I knew it was about cats, dude.
A friend of mine has a cat, very tiny cat, 4 years old. And I was like, that is a tiny cat. My friend's like, yeah, I gave him potion to keep him small. And I was like, this is a joke, obviously, but no, it was said very matter of factly, and I'm like,
he's a witch.
Exactly, that's what I was like. Are you into witch stuff here? What's like happening? Like, no, it's just this thing, potion. You just drop it in the water or whatever it is, and then it keeps the animal small, like The Simpsons or something, like keeping them the same size like for years. Like, it's a weird thing that apparently exists. So learning about that.
Wait, so it's not witchcraft?
I don't think it's witchcraft. I think it's just.
Can
like
you have a non-witchy potion?
That's a good question.
I think if you use the word potion, you are implying that it's witchery.
Yeah, it's magical at minimum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So maybe he's. Now, what's the difference between a wizard and a witch?
Wizards, I feel like, have more ability, like Raiden with their hands and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Whereas a witch is more just apothecary, I think, right? Like,
to be honest, I knew about 3 words you just said, so I'm gonna roll with it. You've obviously got more.
I played a lot of Oblivion, a lot of Skyrim.
See, the words that you're saying, I'm still not tracking with.
The video game, Skyrim, Oblivion.
Of course,
yeah.
I know that now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got lost in the sauce. My bad.
Oh, it's fine. I do it
like a bowl of spaghetti.
Nobody gets lost in the meat.
They only get you only get lost in the sauce.
It's only the sauce. Lost in the curry, I think, should be the new phrase.
Oh, lost in the curry.
Lost in the curry.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot in curry,
Oh, there's a ton of stuff in curry. I love curry, but it's easy to get. You're like, where are the potatoes?
I do enjoy potatoes in my curry. Red curry or yellow curry?
Oh, I'm big yellow. I'm big on the yellow.
I'm yellow for sure. That sounds like I'm just saying I'm Asian. Like,
oh, I'm big on the yellow, dude. Yeah.
I did have yellow fever allegedly for a little bit.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh, just you're into Asian women.
Oh.
It's like jungle fever is if you have a thing for black girls or whatever. I've heard. Asian fever. I was just in relationships.
Yes.
And happened to be with,
of course,
Asians for years. So.
Now that makes sense.
Don't actually have yellow fever.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Or you had it and then you passed it?
Well,
Like you had one good bathroom visit, and you're like, I'm good. It's over.
I don't think it ever goes away. Honestly, I still have my favorite types of, people looks and stuff.
Stuck with you for life.
I didn't date Latinx. Is that how you say Latinx?
I'm gonna have to bleep that out. I don't even know what you just said. I'm not comfortable with that going on the internet.
Latinx. It's Latino, Latina. It's just it's the PC word, so you're not calling out a gender when you're saying.
Dude, what was that first word you said?
Latinx.
There's no way that's PC, bro.
It's Latinx.
Oh, I've heard that, but I've never heard it.
Some people say Latinx, which sounds like anyway. The reason I brought it up is because my dad had multiple families, so I was always he's Puerto Rican, so I was scared to date. Didn't know about him till later, but I was scared to date a Hispanic person because it could be related. Because my dad was prolific.
You wasn't sure. I dated my cousin right now.
Yeah,
you sound like we got very similar roots. Missouri and Florida, Maine, New York, wherever you've lived, all over.
Yeah, mostly Maine though. Yeah. A little bit of Philly.
Wait, where was your dad's other families?
I don't know, honestly. I just know for sure there was at least one. And
okay, tell me, do you mind sharing the day you found out? Do you remember finding out?
Yeah, I think. Well, my dad left a note, left when I was 9. It took me a while to comprehend that was happening. He's like, I'm gonna go back to the city and live in the city. I don't enjoy life in the suburbs. He was just a city guy, and he moved up for the family and everything. He's just not a Peter Griffin. He's not a family guy.
Yeah, he's a
good guy.
Yeah,
I believe he's a good guy. A lot of people are like, oh, you're not mad at him. It's like, no, he stayed for a good chunk of my childhood too. Actually,
sure.
Up to 9's not bad. For how
you're at least you gave me that much.
Yeah. But then the family thing came years later. Maybe I was in college. I think I was early 20s. I think when I found out, it was a Facebook friend added, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm from your father is also my father.
Did you believe it right off the bat, or were you kind of like?
I believed it, but I was like, nope, not conversing with you. I'm not just having a random person. I did no connection, so that was kind of sad. But I was young and just.
So have you reconnected with your half brother or half?
No, I think it's half sister.
That's right, half sister.
Yeah, not at all. I think might be friends on Facebook or something. I don't even really know. But yeah, we'll see. I do want to do some mics in New York to try to find my father. See, I think he's in New York.
So when was the last time you spoke with your dad?
Actually, I did. So he never visited after leaving when I was 9 years old. He called a couple times, immediately after, within a couple years. So when I was 10 or 11, and then it was radio silence till college. I graduated college, and he was like, "Congrats, call," just very bare bones. And then when I had my divorce affair, chaotic time, I was in Spain, just going around the hostels and just traveling a bunch. And I just called him and gave him an update. But I've actually lost his number since. I went through a phase where I just deleted everyone. I'm like, if people want to talk to me, they can, they know my number.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I tried to overly communicate. When COVID started, I was excited to get people podcasting,
sure.
Casually podcasting, basically, just for 5-10 minutes to talk, friends from high school.
Yeah.
You want to keep that connection, but everyone's got family and is busy. So yeah, I go through a thing where I just delete all numbers, and it's kind of nice, but kind of sad that I probably should have kept his number. So I've wanted to call him, and just talk here and there at least. Cause
do you have any? Are you about to go hire a PI? Are you about to go Sherlock on it? Or?
Nah, whatever will be. I just gotta become successful at stand-up comedy, and I believe that's when the deadbeat father comes back.
that's the real motivation.
That's
why you went out in February, dude.
Exactly. That's my trigger for starting comedy. It's just really trying to find my dad.
Yeah.
So,
dude, where's my dad? I'm all alone. I'm too young to be here on my own. Is that a church song?
It sounds like a church song.
No, it was this meme about Finding Nemo. It was like this musical. And it was like, Joey,
anyway.
you're breaking my heart. I'll show it to you later.
I've got research to do.
Yeah, you got research. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is great.
And so where can people find you online?
Mejia Comedy. There is a different Mejia that does comedy in Seattle.
Yeah, and there's no relation between you.
I mean, my dad was. So I'm assuming, I tried to
your knowledge, you're not.
Yeah,
okay.
Not to my knowledge, no. But I kind of stole Mejia Comedy. He had been doing it much longer too, and I saw YouTube Mejia Comedy, Mejia.
Yes.
Comedy, and then Instagram, Joey Mejia Comedy. Bobby's cousin Marcy is a weird thing that I have.
Yeah, what's Bobby's cousin Marcy?
That's how I started. That was just my name. Very obscure. Rick Glassman, comedian. One episode of his early podcast, he popped up. Put up his Instagram handle, Bobby's cousin Marcy. Didn't make sense, and then I searched it, and then it was available. So I'm like, I'm gonna just take that and use that as my name.
Yeah.
And then it's paying homage to Rick Glassman.
Oh, okay.
But then also people will discover his thing and then probably do the search as well, be able to find my account. So I got a few names out there.
I'll drop them all in the show
names.
notes. Yeah. Oh, it's okay, dude. I've got 14 Instagram accounts, so I'm with you on it.
But I like just doing Joey Mejia. I sign up mostly as Joey Mejia for the first couple months of doing comedy. I was Bobby's cousin Marcy every time. So people thought I was Bobby. People thought my name was Bob. And it's kind of a fun just sound. Anyway, Bobby's cousin Marcy. It's a fun.
I love
fun
the way
name,
that feels in my mouth. It feels great, dude.
I hear that
Bobby's
a lot
cousin Marcy.
Yeah. That's mostly me.
Dude, I'm going to give you, have you ever heard of an Oddar?
No.
It's like a radar for oddness.
Oh, okay.
Like how odd you are. It's called an Oddar.
Yeah.
And it's actually, you can't see it, but it's contained in here.
Oh.
And so what I do is if I open up the Oddar.
That's not your farts.
These are not my farts. Yeah.
Farts.
I open this up, and then I have a software on my laptop. When I open this up, it gives you it processes. So this is all feeding in, and it processes how weird you are.
That's high tech.
Yeah. So I'm gonna unleash this, and I just need you to breathe in deeply and then breathe out. Oh, I felt that come in. Yep. Processing. It looks like we're shooting through here. And your odd drum roll, please.
Drum roll for the Oddar.
You are wow, dude. I've never seen a rating this high. You're a 6.37.
6.37
out of 7. I mean, that's
nice.
That's a
healthy number,
dude. That's a good number. And that's all I have. So thank you all for listening. Any final words?
Just one number, 6.37.
Stay funny and stay weird. Peace.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down.
Great shot.